all of our drivers are compensated fairly and by the hour for the work that they do. So there is no rush where they're in perhaps for-hire carriers that are trying to protect their margins. The easiest way to do that is to eliminate the variables, and to do that, you pay your drivers by the mile. So drivers that are paid by the mile sometimes will take risks in order to keep going, because it's the difference between them making enough money that day to pay their mortgage or not, to put food on the table or not. And I think one of the fantastic things that Giant Tiger has done is create an open and honest environment for us to thrive in as employees. And we compensate our people very fairly. The first priority, regardless of what our store services, is safety. And I personally have interviewed every driver that I've brought on at Giant Tiger in the last almost 2 years, and that's approximately 73 drivers. And I've told them there's nothing on that truck that's worth your life or the public's safety. If you can't do it safely, don't do it. Your second question was around inclement weather, and what our plan is our drivers make the call on whether or not they feel it's safe to operate. So if our drivers are confident that the conditions are safe to proceed, they do so. If they don't, they shut down and they pull over, or they don't leave the terminal. It's not me driving the truck, it's not Mike driving the truck, it's the driver, and they're all from this community, so they know the impact that accidents would have. And I believe your third question was around the primary bypass routes. So the reason you wouldn't see as many Giant Tiger trucks on the bypasses unless we're stuck behind an emergency closure or fatality on the 401 is because a lot of our departures depart overnight when the peak traffic conditions are dead, and that's by design. As well, we give our drivers the choice to make that call. So you're not going to see us on the road if the conditions are not safe for us to do so. Right, so yes, also LCV rules. We can't depart if the roads are snow covered. We also have restrictions on when we can, well, those restrictions have recently been removed within the Greater Toronto Area. We used to not be able to be in the GTA during peak rush hour in the morning and the afternoon. Now that restriction is just on municipal roads. But those drivers go through a ton of training on our side in order to get that license, and they understand the complications of, what would happen in the event that they're stuck or causing an accident.
Okay, and our last question, there we go.